Hello, everybody. Friggin' cats. Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy, and welcome back to episode number 35 of my Might and Magic 6 series. We are right where we left off. About to go over to Blackshire, which is gonna be... Yay! Actually, Blackshire, the area of Blackshire we're going to be doing won't be too difficult. It's actually right about at our level at this point. And it's an outdoor area, so I can just starburst things, so it shouldn't be terrible. Hopefully, right? Obviously, I'm going to avoid the tough stuff. So, here's the border. We cross over. And we're gonna go clear. As you can see, we have some new enemies. Werewolves! Which, you know, werewolves. They're not horrible. I mean, they're horrible, but... as far as horrible goes, they're a low degree of horrible. I mean, you can tell just because they take multiple starbursts. I mean, that should tell you a lot of what you need to know right there. Okay, I don't want anybody running.
Yeah!
Okay, one more. Yeah, so werewolves are some fairly difficult enemies, but they're not gonna one-shot me. I think they're actually, as far as hit point totals and damage, they're on par with the liches.
Aha!
Which are difficult, but not apocalyptic. However, I am very obviously not high enough level to open the chests here. So I need to keep that in mind.
Aha! Oh!
Alright, some decent stuff. And then this is we're on the edge right up here somewhere. Yeah, you can't see our cursor because we're like right on the edge, but up this way is Craigsspire. Freehaven's back this way. Down here's Dragon Sand, and then I think either Paradise Valley or Sweetwater is off this way. So this is... Blackshire acts as basically the hub for a lot of the end game areas. And the Circus isn't here yet, but they will be here in another month or two. Let's think about that actually. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So I've got to sit here until August, and then... August? Anyway. I have to sit here until August, and then they will show up. So, this is the town of Blackshire. It is... once we're done with Freehaven... well, we are done with Freehaven. Once we're done with Silver Cove... White Cap... and Mire of the Damned. Blackshire will be our new hub town as we attack Craigsspire and a couple of other areas. This is the town that has, you know, all your basic shops, as well as the training guild, and etc, etc.
Right. Come on in. Good, huh?
Craigsspire does have some of those things. They have some of the shops and a training guild. But, you know. Oh, and you know, this is actually the first time we will see the light and dark magic guilds, too.
Hello. Hi there.
Yeah, a lot of this episode will just be me wandering around here in Blackshire, kind of talking about things.
Hi there.
There's the dark magic expert.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Join the Light Guild.
Hi there.
And, of course, the Dark Guild.
Thank you very much.
Because Dark Guild.
Hello.
This guy, he's kind of old and crazy. He wants us to go on a quest where he gives us a bunch of little statues, and we have to go put them on pedestals basically everywhere. There's one in Sweetwater, one in Craigspire, one in Dragon Sand, one in Mire of the Damned, and one in Bootleg Bay. The only one we've seen is the one in Bootleg Bay. The others, we haven't even been to those places yet. Well, we've been to Mire of the Damned, sort of. Anyway, so he wants us to go do that. Here's the statues, which of course is a whole ton more inventory clutter. To the extent that she's full now. Well, not quite. Pretty damn close, though. So, continuing on.
Hi there.
There are a couple of quests here in town that I would like to grab. Let's take a look at...
merchandise.
I'm going to almost certainly regret this, but let's take a look at the armor and stuff, too. That's an obvious upgrade over what either of them have. I'm going to resist buying that. Oh, God. No, I'm not touching that. I'm going to resist buying that chain armor, though, because it's not the highest tier. And very soon here I'll be finding that stuff for myself, so...
Can I help you find anything?
This is most likely a bunch of... Well, you know... I mean, the stuff in Blackshire is supposed to be better than the stuff in Freehaven, so... Those are nice gauntlets. I don't think they're really worth 4,700 gold, but... Oh, there's a regen cloak. The thing with regen items, while I do need one more for her, I would like for it to be an item that's actually also an upgrade. Like, that's just the leather cloak with +1 armor. And while that is an excellent enchantment and it's health regen, my characters have much nicer cloaks than that, you know? Like if it were a +5 armor elven cloak with that same enchant, I'd grab it in a heartbeat. You know? But...
Hi.
The people here are under a terrible curse. And that's why there's so many damn werewolves around here. Is because everybody's under a curse. And I'm expected to go save their asses. I mean, as usual, right? Probably not going to be anything in here that I can use because it's a spear shop. We can at least look at the pretty weapons, though. I think that one thing they did do pretty good in all of the Might and Magic games is they designed some badass looking weapons. I will give them that. Because, I mean, look at this thing.
See.
Or, like, this dagger. You know? I mean, the weapons just look shiny and, you know what I'm talking about.
Hello.
That's also why there's a bunch of empty houses, because
How are you?
the people in them are off being werewolves. Cavaliers in the eyes of Osric Temper. Am I not a... No, I am. What skill level do I need?
Hello.
Oh, an 8. Okay, hold on. I will fix that right now because I've been waiting for that for a long time. So I need to put 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use some of these stupid horseshoes. Free up a little bit of inventory room as well. One more. Okay. Sword. And sword. Alright.
Okay.
Expert. Oh, it's free as well.
Yes.
I guess that's why the requirement was 8 instead of 7. was because he teaches it for free.
Hello, how are you?
As well as I could get Master Mace. 40 might and 8 skill in Mace. And you're at... Oh, you're not even expert. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Not even close. Better luck next time. Master Shield Defense, likewise. Not even an expert. Because I've been slacking.
With service,
Here's the temple.
live long and prosper.
And I believe this
Hello,
over
yeah.
here is just a really big house.
Hello.
This is a quest. Yeah, I'm supposed to go to a dungeon here in Blackshire and go find her husband. Who's probably dead, but, you know. Go find him and bring him home, right? From a lair full of Medusas. How does that work, exactly? Here's a couple werewolves. That's another dungeon. That's actually the dungeon I have to go into to cure the werewolf quest. Which, very obviously, we're not doing now. Actually, I'm curious. 284, 49, 28, 122. Hit me. Seriously. How much was that? 30 something? That's not bad. Admittedly, that is the lowest tier of werewolves as well, so there's that to consider. Oh, there they are. I was wondering if we were going to see any of those buggers. The answer to that is yes. I show no mercy with werewolves. The obvious answer is to just starburst and meteor shower them until they die. Okay, that's probably good. Werewolves aren't a big deal outdoors because you have lots of... I mean, I can just, you know, spam my meteor shower and stuff and kill them. And they're not ranged, so they can't even return fire, which is kind of pathetic, but... in there, obviously it's an enclosed dungeon, and they are vastly more dangerous in there. By multiple degrees of pain.
Very nice. Okay.
Oh, hey, book I don't have. That was just jump. Let me do this. Not really all that impressive when I have fly, but, you know. Okay, this chest in all likelihood will also explode. Yeah, there it goes. Everybody managed to live. Now, see, I would have felt so stupid if I bought that chainmail I saw in the store and then got this thing. This is exactly why I didn't do that. I mean, not that I knew this was here, but the likelihood of getting this sort of thing.
Ah.
Ring of Fire. That is the shield we need.
Very nice.
And that is some badass chain. Like I was just saying, they did a pretty good job of designing the items in this game. Especially considering the graphics in the rest of the game and, you know, the conditions they had to do this under. More or less. Actually, I'm going to give this to the cleric so she stops dying as much. I mean, that's 24 more armor class, so that's pretty amazing right there. That is top tier chainmail right there. Although, the enchantment on it is decent, but not particularly useful because I can just cure poison. So that's actually not that great of an enchantment, but I really can't bring myself to give a shit when the armor itself is so magnificent. You know?
Don't touch the merchant.
It's like winning the lottery and then complaining that you only won $1 million instead of $2 million, right? Because, I mean, who's ever going to spend $1 million? I mean, I guess you could, but if you invest it in stuff like you're supposed to, and don't
Can I help you find
buy a bunch of
anything?
things you don't need. You're quite capable of living comfortably for the rest of your life off $1 million. Certainly 2 million would be nicer, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Hi. Come on in.
Whatever I'm trying to say is what I'm trying to
See you
say.
in the morning.
Let's go take a look at the Light and Dark Guilds. I don't think I can get much from there. The spells in the Light and Dark Guilds are very, very expensive. Well, you'll see for yourself in a second here.
Light, the magic of good.
On the plus side, that looks really badass. Okay, this is pretty much the cheapest one for 2,600. Most expensive one, almost 20,000. So, yeah. You can burn tons and tons of money very quickly in here. I'm going to... Oh, actually, wait. First, I think I want... Well, let's see. How do I want to do this? Do I want them both to have light magic and both have dark magic? Or do I want one to have light and one to have dark? I think it would be smarter to do one has light and one has dark for the express purpose of I can focus their skill points more. I don't know if that's actually a good choice or not, but that's what I'm doing. So she can have light.
Close.
And, of course, I can't get in there at the moment, so there's that.
Light, the magic of good.
Okay, so let's take a look at what we can actually get here. I do want... what is it that I want? That one. That's the one I want. I will eventually get... Whoa, don't click on it. I do eventually want this one as well, because this one combined with the Day of the Gods thing I just got is very, very powerful. Likewise, I will get Create Food just so I don't... And in fact, I'll even get that. Okay, and that's it for that. So, let's take a quickish look at these.
Alright.
You can see her stats. Pretty, they're decent, but they're not super fantastic. And then we have this, which buffs them all by, looks like 20 points. Which basically acts... And of course it stacks with my Bless and Heroism buffs. So, yeah. The cooldown on it is very, very long. It does cost quite a few spell points, but it's actually cheaper than costing each of the spells individually. It scales with skill, meaning that the more points I have in light magic, it scales. So this scales very well as well. As I level, it'll do more for me, which is excellent, so that's a powerful spell by itself. Create Food, self-explanatory. It's just a matter of... it creates food, which then allows me to rest without having to worry about going to taverns all the time to get more food. And then we have Golden Touch, which I won't be using for a little while. But I will eventually... I will be using this instead of going to merchants to sell things. Once I have it up to master, and I'm converting up at 80%. Which actually, coincidentally, means that I don't... Well, actually... Maybe I won't use the Golden Touch spell, because merchant's already at an Expert 7, which could also be a master. Which is actually more powerful and will stay more powerful, and I don't want to have wasted all those skill points. So yeah, I am actually going to continue using Merchant Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Gonna wait a couple hours for this,
The magic of evil.
which also looks badass, but it's basically an inversion. Dark magic for him. Then let's take a look here. I'm not interested in reanimate. Some of these spells are also very, very powerful. Like that one. For 30,000 gold. With an SP cost of 150. Later on, I will use this to kill everything, basically. All that does is, it does a certain amount of damage depending on your skill to every single creature on the entire map. Meaning, if I'm in Blackshire, it does damage to every creature in Blackshire. Which is pretty powerful. Of course, some of things are immune to it,
See you in the morning.
unfortunately. But it's still pretty nice to have at times. So at this point, I'm going to sit around and wait for the circus, which will be in August.
Fine. Come on in.
And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over to the border and jump back and forth. So, I'll probably make a cut here because it'll probably take me, 10-15 minutes to do. And I will see you at the circus. Bye-bye, guys. Hello, everybody. I'm back. And I miscounted because I'm a genius. And I'm totally good at counting. It's actually September now. Which could actually mean I missed the circus. Yep, sure goddamn did. God damn it! Okay, well... I don't really want to sit here for months and months, so we're gonna go do something else, and... I'll come back to it later sometime, I suppose. I guess we'll start by going back to... Who am I? Oh, right. I'm not gonna screw with those guys at the moment. Just because I don't feel like it. They're about the same toughness as werewolves, but they're ranged. So they'll actually chew me up pretty good. And actually, because they're flying enemies, Meteor Shower and Starburst don't do as much to them anyway. I could certainly kill them, but I think it's unnecessary effort at the moment, is what I'm getting at. So I think that's actually where I'm going to end it for today. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these stupid bones and eggs off camera. There's no real reason for you guys to watch that. I just need to go to New Sorpigal, sell the eggs, come back here to Freehaven, sell the bones. I'll pick up maybe 10,000 gold, give or take a little bit. It's really simple. It's just a bunch of walking around and stuff. But anyway, I think that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Blackshire. And
Pleased to test in the house.
I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.